So now let's enter into the power manifestation. We're going to be having 21 minutes of power manifestation. So the first round of power manifestation, we're going to be beginning with the power of third eye. So now let's enter into the power manifestation. Please sit straight. Please come and settle down. Some of you are missing from the camera. Please come and be seated. Please come and be seated. Let's begin. So the first round of power manifestation is going to be the power of third eye, where we are able to identify the various different colors with our eyes blindfolded. So let's begin. Please get yourself a pen and a paper. Please get yourself your eye bands and come and be seated. Get yourself a pen and paper. Get yourself a blindfold. If you do not have a blindfold, get yourself an opaque cloth. Please get it and come and be seated. Yes, let's now enter into the power manifestation. We're going to be looking at the scriptural reference for this power of third eye. Paramashiva reveals about this power in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. Kapalantarmano nisya thishtanmilita lochanaha kramena manaso dadyat lakshaye laksha uttamam. So this is the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference for this power of third eye, where Paramashiva himself reveals how this science of third eye reading can be manifested. So now let's enter into the power manifestation. Please get ready. We're going to be identifying the colors. I request every one of you to please put on your blindfolds. Please put on your blindfolds and be seated. Yes. Please put on your blindfold. So what we are going to be doing is chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. By chanting the Mahavakya, we are going to be establishing ourselves in the space of oneness with Swamiji. And from that space, we are going to ask Swamiji to show us whatever is being revealed in the third eye, and you're going to pen down whatever Swamiji revealed in just a few moments. So please sit straight, close your eyes, let's begin. Please start chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and let's start. Please start verbalizing whatever Swamiji is showing you. Please begin.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda
Mahavakya intensely
Paramashivoham
and verbalize whatever color you're able to see. We have a few more moments. Just ask Swamiji to show you, and whatever Swamiji is showing you, don't worry whether it is, you feel you're guessing it or you're not, you're having some doubts. Don't worry about that. Just verbalize whatever you're able to see. We have a few more moments before we verify the answer. Now, all of you can relax. Please relax and slowly open your eyes. All of you can slowly open your eyes. So now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting in the chat the answers that were revealed to you by Swamiji. So please start posting in the chat. Then start posting. Please start posting. It can be multiple different things that Swamiji showed you. You do not have to restrict yourself to just one or two things. Whatever Swamiji showed you, just pen down as it is and post it. We're going to be verifying the answer in just a few moments from now. Yes, we have Daniel sharing purple. Let's keep going on. Rest of you can also share. Singaravelu is sharing blue color. Okay. Rest of you can also put. We're going to be verifying the answer shortly. So now let's enter. Let's look at the answer. So the color that was projected for all of us was the color red. So this is the color that was projected for all of us with the widget. So this is the color red. So if you got the answers right, great. If you did not get it right, even then do not worry about it. The more we manifest the power, the more we are able to play with it, the more we start manifesting it the right way. It's more like identifying that sweet spot where we are able to click and identify, okay, this is where this power manifestation happening, and this is like the doubts that I have, this is the mind. So the more and more you are able to manifest, the more and more you play around with this power, that is when you are able to manifest these shaktis. So the color red was projected. If you got it right, wonderful. If not, let's now move to the next session, the next round of power manifestation. So now we are going to be projecting two different colors. So two different colors are going to be projected. So in this previous round we had one color. In the next round we are going to be having two different colors that are going to be projected for all of us on the screen. So I request all of you to sit straight once again, put on your blindfolds. You're going to start chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and ask Swamiji to show you whatever is being projected on the screen, and start verbalizing as many as you're able to see. Do not restrict yourself. Let's begin.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
And now, slowly, every one of you can open your eyes and start posting in the Zoom chat whatever were the colors that Swamiji showed you. Please start posting it in the Zoom chat. Please take a few moments to do it. Please post whatever were the colors that were shown, or if you saw some other word, if you saw anything, any object, or even if you just saw darkness, just post it. Whatever Swamiji showed you, post it as it is in the chat. In just a few moments, we're going to be looking at the answer. So please take a few moments to post it. Daniel is sharing that he saw the word blue. Okay. Yes, how about others? Singaruvelu is sharing white. Okay. Anyone else? Please go ahead, you can post it. The key behind this science of power manifestation itself is where you're able to chant the Mahavakya and how much you're able to establish yourself in the space of oneness with Swamiji. The joy that flowers in you, the oneness experience that you have when you remember Swamiji in your inner space, that is what is the key to this power manifestation. So the more and more you're able to establish yourself in that space, the more and more the power manifestation happens. So now let's look at the answer. We're going to be looking at the answer. So we have the colors purple and pink. So the shades of blue, closer to blue I would say. And during the initial phase of it also had like the white color that was projected for quite some time, after which the colors turned blue. So yes, so the white is also right. So whatever you told, both of you have got the answers right. And the others who are also commenting, blue color is also right, purple is right. Yes. So now please take a few moments, go ahead, share your experience of this power manifestation on the Facebook, on other social media platforms. We are going to be having multiple rounds of power manifestation. We're going to be having multiple rounds of power manifestation throughout the entire day. So now, please go ahead, share your experiences on the social media. And shortly, in just a few moments from now, we are going to be entering into the next session. For today, we're going to be blessed with the darshan of Mahakala Bhairava today. So we're going to be preparing ourselves throughout the entire day with the sacred truths, the secrets of death, of immortality, and the deeper signs of life itself. So let us prepare ourselves to enter into that. Please take a few moments to share it, after which we are going to be entering into the next session.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda
as the deity. And we welcome every one of you for day 4 of Paramashivoham program. How are you all doing? Nithyanandam, Ma Donna, Ma Sandy, Ma Resha, Ma Yuchen, and Ma Jnanapradata. We welcome every one of you that are here today. I think today is the day which, no matter how many times you attend, you never get bored of it. You can never get bored of it. The science itself is like that. Nithyanandam, ma fenci wrong, ma jnana rupini. Nithyanandam, I can see you in Chitsabha, the Sarvajna Pita Karta Manifestors room. Nithyanandam, ma, how are you doing? Are you enjoying the program so far? And I can also see Sarvajna Pita Yajaman, ma Nitya Kamakala Rupananda. Nithyanandam. Both of you, Ma Jnana Rupini, Ma Kamakala Rupananda, you all also can interact with us in the chat. You can ask your questions. You can share your clicks with us through the program. So if you have any doubts as well, you can ask us. All right. So today is the subject itself is such that no matter how many times you attend, you will never get bored of it. And especially if you are attending here for the first time, this is going to be a life-changing process for you.
And today we all are going to be experiencing the conscious death process, where you come face to face with death. I know the word, especially if you have not done any programs and you're totally new, the word itself would frighten you, right? I mean, almost all of us have been through this phase. Literally, this word, death itself frightens us. Today, Swamiji is going to be taking us all out of that fear, the fear of death that we carry inside us. And Swamiji is going to be guiding all of us, helping all of us to come out of that fear. Not just fear of losing your body, but also the fear of losing your loved one. Now, what would this in turn make you as? It'll make you so powerful, so loving, so compassionate, and make you come out of your fears, phobias. All the fears that we have, all are rooted in this one fear, the fear of death. Whether it is the fear of losing your body, fear of an accident, fear of losing your identity, at the core of all of this, the fears and phobias are rooted in this one fear, the fear of death. And today, Swamiji is going to be helping all of us to come out of that fear. Not just this, we're also going to be learning about the space of Kala Bhairavoham, the space of Maha Kala Bhairava, the most ferocious and the most compassionate form of Paramashiva. I know it sounds very paradoxical. We're going to be learning about why he is the most compassionate and the most ferocious form. And we are also going to be learning the secret of how to manifest that space of Kala Bhairavoham. As I am Maha Kala Bhairava through each one of us. And we are also going to be awakening the power of Akashic reading in us. What is Akashic reading? Whatever has happened, happening, and yet to happen. All these three are already recorded in space. We call it as cosmic archives. Everything that has happened, happening, and yet to happen. All these are recorded in the cosmic archives, the key to which is held by Bhagavan Mahakalapairava. And Swamiji, as an avatar, can transmit that Shakti to each of us. And already successfully, there are many initiated Akashic readers who have been able to access these files. I mean, only with the view access though, not with the edit access, because the edit access is only with the avatar. And we are going to learn about this Akashic reading and awaken that power within us. And we're also going to awaken the ability to handle large information. That is why the very first session is about Maharloka, where the Akashic records, the cosmic archives are stored, and we get the ability to access these Akashic records, the key to your future. And we are also going to be learning and understanding what is this Maharloka all about, and how can you reach Maharloka? What does it mean to handle large information? Ready? Shall we all delve into this subject now?
And today's subject is going to be one of the most mystical, mysterious aspects. So it's very important that we all understood, and it's very important that we all understand and we all prepare ourselves for it. So get ready. Today is going to be an amazing day for all of you. So I'd like to just tell that just get ready to have a blast. Yes, and all the participants that are here, see, especially if you have your parents and your older relatives, please bring them, because this is the most important way or the best way anyone can prepare themselves for living their life. So I request every one of you, all the participants, to please reach out and make sure you're inviting all your friends and family members as well. Ankul Kumar Singh, Ben Saunders. Can I request everyone to come on camera, please? Vimal Raj, Piotr Vajda, Amritapanandaya, Nithyanandam. Where's my Alexia? I don't see my Alexia. Nithyanandam, Sandeepaya, very nice to see you here. And you have a very beautiful setup. And I think, Sandeepaya, you have got your parents or you have got your relatives as well here. Actually, this is the best decision that you have made for your day today. Because Ma and Aya, for both of your relatives as well, today's day, if you understand that there's a very, very beautiful verse Swamiji tells, and I love this a lot. Swamiji tells, if you don't know about death, every moment of your life, you are dying. If you know death, even through death, you are living. Hinduism has had the science of going beyond death. Hinduism has always had the science of how death is just like changing the body. Swamiji beautifully tells, whether Krishna declares, Nainam chindanti shastrani, Nainam dahati pavakaha, or whether Swamiji is saying that you changing your bodies is just like change of clothes. It is exactly the same. And Hindus, we have had this science.
And the one thing that is so sure for all the beings is death. But everyone gets surprised when the death actually happens. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam, Ascharyavat vadati tataiva chanyaha, Ascharyavat chainam anya shrunoti, Shrutva penam vedana chaiva kaschit. Meaning, some people share about it in great wonder. Some people hear about it with great wonder. Some people get shocked about it. And there's a lot of concepts we go on hearing about it. How much ever you try grasping, it is this one thing logically you can never grasp. Because you need to go through it consciously. And for that very purpose, today we all are learning about this conscious death process. Ready? Shall we enter into the first session of our day? I have one request to all of you. I request every one of you to please interact with us. Ask your questions. Feel free to post your doubts because this subject needs to be understood thoroughly. All right. If you want to invite anyone to be here with you today, because this is the best gift you can give to them, understand anyone that goes through the conscious death process. When they leave their body, they will not have any pain. Their body will not even smell. Normally, when any human leaves their body, when they die, the body starts smelling, right? But when you are initiated by Swamiji and you have gone through the conscious death process, your body will not smell after the death and you will have the most painless death. It's a very powerful process. If you want to invite your friends, family members, you can immediately invite them. And do note, till now in the last previous seasons of Paramashivoham Level 3 or Paramashivoham program, you would have only done the conscious death process. This time though, we are having the Kala Bhairavoham initiation too, which would be making you come out of all types of pains and suffering with a ferocious declaration. So make sure you invite all your friends and get them here as soon as possible. All right. So now let's enter into the very first session of our day, where we are going to be learning about Maharloka, the largest loka of the universe with access to all the knowledge of cosmos.
Suvarloka is like absolute peace and joy and all upgraded life than planet Earth. Maharloka is much higher than Suvarloka. Higher level beings go there. When I utter the word higher level beings, don't have self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Whether you are qualified, are you higher level being? Please be very clear. Let me make it very clear. Even if you have broken only one pattern due to the cognition, Swamiji is Paramashiva. He told me, so I will listen to him and break this pattern with this powerful cognition. Even if you have broken one pattern, it may be dropping non-vegetarian or dropping this obsessive compulsive disorder or dropping the postponing pattern or dropping the laziness in the morning, early morning laziness, or dropping your shyness, dropping your fear to speak in public, even any one pattern, if you have dropped, cognizing my Paramashivatva, because Swamiji is Paramashiva, I should listen to him than to my patterns. With this cognition, even if you broke only one pattern, you are qualified for the initiation. You are qualified to be airlifted. conscious lifted to higher locus. You are qualified to be fueled, empowered with the Tejas, Ojas and Kundalini Shakti to get into the Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Brahmaloka, Kailasa itself, Mahakailasa itself. Above the Brahmaloka is Parandama, Vaikunta. Then above the Vaikunta is the space where the Kailasa, and above the Kailasa, Mahakailasa exists. So even if you have broken one pattern, you are already initiated. You have qualification to be fueled, empowered, awakened with Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini, Shakti, entanglement, Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, initiation and conscious lifted. Don't worry. Drop the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Oh, listen. I'll tell you one small incident happened. Once in the energization, one person came to me and said, Swamiji, give me my past life memory. He wanted to know what he was in the past life and the past life memory. He has attended a meditation class. So end of the class, those days the physical energization. So it was a physical hug. He asked me, he wants to know his past life and he wants me to reveal his past life memories to him. I just asked him, today you did completion. He actually attended a program, so he was going through the completion session. He was just crying, pouring during the completion. I asked him, why were you crying? He said, all my memories from the young age, they were so heavy on me. I am not able to handle it. I laughed at him. He was maybe 40-year-old person, roughly 40. I told, just your 40 years of memory you are not able to handle. If I give you the past life memory, how will you handle? Don't you see you will go mad? He said, yes, Swamiji. And he just left saying, yes, yes, I don't want past life memory and all, you are right. And he left. I want all of you to know what he did is wrong. Listen carefully. When he asked me, he wants to know about his past life, he was not wrong. But when I told him, will you be able to handle that memory? And he gave up, is wrong. He should have asked me, Swamiji, tell me how I can handle the large memory. Listen. Ability to handle large information without getting personally attached to it is Chitta Suddhi. Means purity of mind, memory, purity of the mind, takes you to Mahar Loka and opens up the Akashic records immediately. Listen. Listen carefully. I'm not teaching you any self-development shit. No, I don't believe in that. I'm teaching you method to connect with Maharloka. Makarloka means Mahaloka, that largest universe, and have access to all the knowledge of cosmos. Listen, but I am not teaching you completion for any frictionless existence. I am teaching you completion to connect with Mahaloka, Maharloka. To have access to Akashic records. Listen carefully. Understand? Listen carefully. Handling large amount of material information without personal attachment to the information is Chitta Suddhi. So much of abuse and attack goes on me, but I never get hurt by any of those words uttered. So much people praise me. Oh, you are Paramashiva, you are this, you are that. I never get attached or get elated by the words they utter. I simply see how each person can be helped from the level they are. Understand? How each person can be helped. My mission is very clear. Make your vision for life clear. Do not allow cheap people's strong words, good or bad. Listen carefully. Cheap people's strong words, whether good words towards you or bad words towards you, do not give respect for it. From right person, even if it's a good word or bad word, give complete attention to it. Let me repeat. Ability to handle large memory. This comes by non-agitated, non-violent, non-reactionary, Paramashanta inner space. Listen carefully. Who who wants you to expand and grow is a good person. Who wants you to fail is a cheap person. Anyone who has become successful will only want you also to be successful. Anyone who has wasted their life will not know how to become successful, and they will not expect you to be successful, and they do not know how to be successful. Listen. More and more peace inside you, more and more past memories will be awakened. More and more peace inside you, more and more Akashic records will be opened. More and more peace inside you, more and more Maharloka will open. All of you take only one decision. Every day your sleeping time should be the time for deep completion. See, before falling asleep, if you develop the habit of doing completion for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, till you fall asleep. Even if you are tossing on the bed, just practice completion, do completion. Your breathing will be aligned towards deep sleep and you will fall asleep. If you do completion and fall asleep, the peace inside you will become like a, how the ice becomes intense spatika. Same way the peace inside you will become paramashanta. Listen. Ice. For a long time, if it was not disturbed, if it did not melt down, it will get solidified and that becomes spatika. Ice added with a quality of carbon becomes spatika linga, spatika stone. If you received Atma Linga, you will know that is spatika actually. Spatika is mix of ice and carbon. The right proportion of ice and carbon is spatika. Listen. Ice getting solidified becomes spatika. The peace getting solidified will become paramashanta. One of the greatest achievement human beings should do in their life is this paramashanta. Nothing in this world can be equated to paramashanta. Other times you can do completion, but before going to sleep, it should be compulsory, so that the peace gets solidified inside you, like it becomes a rock of peace on which you can stand forever. Your being becomes like a spatika linga. Now whatever I introduced about Akashic records and Maharloka, please type. Then I will take you to the next step. Oh, listen. I will repeat again. Listen. Whenever the memories come up in you, when you get personally attached to it, you flare up. One bad word uttered by your father or mother or uncle 10 years before, still you flare up and suffer for it. listen carefully. One disrespect done to you 20 years before in some friends meeting or family gathering, even now you remember and flare up. This is what I call getting personally attached to memories. I'll tell you one story. When you hear somebody else got disrespected, you don't flare up. But when you feel people who are your own or you are disrespected, you just flare up. This flaring up due to personal attachment reduces your ability to live. Listen carefully. Your freedom is not your ability to physically travel where you want. Your freedom is your ability to mentally travel freely without getting agitated by your inner violence and personal attachment with memories. Listen. This is the right definition of freedom. Freedom means your ability to travel freely, mentally, without getting agitated, suffocated, through the personal attachment with your memories. Many of you cannot travel peacefully mentally more than 60 seconds. 60 seconds only is your freedom. Not more than that. How many of you are understanding what I am saying? 60 seconds is your maximum freedom. Actually, the freedom should not be calculated in the length, but it should be calculated in the time. Freedom should not be calculated in meter, kilometer unit. It should be calculated in the second, millisecond, minute unit. It should be calculated in time unit. How many of you understand this? Every second minute, third minute, you get agitated, irritated, reaction starts inside you. Whether you get triggered from outside or in your own memories trigger due to your personal attachment to your memories. Past informations triggers. How many of you understand that? Now, all of you take a few minutes and type what I explained now. Your freedom should be measured on time, not on meter. It is not your ability to move around. It should not be measured by the ability to move around, number of meters, kilometers, all that. Your ability to move the world around the things around you is the freedom. I don't move even out of the room I am staying, but I move the whole world. So, freedom should be measured not on meters but on minutes. The whole shift needs to happen about measuring the freedom. The number of seconds you are able to freely handle your memories in the inner space without getting triggered, agitated, irritated, frustrated, suffocated, pained. That many seconds you are free. Freedom should be measured on seconds, not on meters. Not on meters, but on minutes. You are all measuring the freedom based on the meter. How many states you can travel, you are free to travel. How many countries you are free to travel. How you call that as a freedom. Actually, the real freedom is ability to freely handle all the memories without getting agitated, angry, triggered, powerless, pained, frustrated. That's exactly, precisely freedom. Listen. All of you now sit casually. See, actually switch on the timer. If you have watch or timer, switch it on. Sit casually and see how many seconds you are able to sit without getting irritated or agitated by some memory, something inside, without getting powerless. See, powerlessness, pain, agitation, irritation, without having any of the trigger, reaction. How many seconds you are able to sit, just see. And then put your timing now. Put your freedom minute, the freedom unit in minute. Let's see. Let's measure each one's freedom. If you understand what I am saying, this freedom, then you will be able to understand the Pusalar Nayanar story. The great Nayanar who built Shiva temple in his inner space, for which Paramashiva attended, rejecting the stone temple built outside by the king of Pallava Vamsa. Pallava king built a huge stone temple. Shiva told, your Kumbhabhishekam, you postpone it because I have to attend the Pusalar's Kumbhabhishekam, who built temple in his inner space. If you understand this concept of freedom based on minute and Pusalar Nayanar story, you will be able to understand very well why Paramashiva decided to go to Pusalar Nayanar's inner temple. See, sometimes when you hear me talking about Arunagiri Yogeshwara, my relationship with Arunagiri Yogeshwara, how I had the initiation into Paramadvaita, even if you don't agree with all my lifestyle theories, principles, you feel, I think this is possible. This is possible. maybe this possibility is available even for me. Not only for him, even for me it is available. It is possible. That clicks. Anything which clicks with you as possible, that is yourself in Maharloka. Listen. The part, the whole which you deny due to your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, SDHD, that personality, that identity, that self is the Swargaloka, self of you. When I describe my higher possibilities, if it clicks with you, I feel this is possible even for me. When I narrate about Arunagiri Yogeshwara or my death experience in Varanasi or my enlightenment experience in Arunachala or my experience of feeding Ganapati, how many of you feel, this is possible even for me? I don't think he is lying there. He may be doing many things which I may understand, may not understand, but he is not lying there and he is not telling lies. This possibility exists. Even I feel it is possible for me. How many of you click with those possibilities? Raise your hand. If it clicks with you, that personality, that self of you, which clicks with the higher possibility, is your identity, your self in Maharloka, Mahaloka. When you decide ferociously with a super determinism, will, persistence to face your highest possibility which is clicking with you, you manifest yourself, you face yourself spontaneously in Maharloka. I tell you, when I heard the story of Nambiyandar Nambi feeding Ganapati, I had the glimpse of my possibility of same. And I ferociously decided to face my possibility and manifested Maharloka here by facing my identity, myself in the Maharloka, and fed Ganapati. Ganapati ate. Ganapati ate from Nithyananda of Maharloka, not from Nithyananda of Bhuloka as you think. Finally, all 14 Loka Nithyananda merged into this Nithyananda as Paramashiva. But when Ganapati was eating, he was eating from the Nithyananda of Maharloka. Nithyananda, address, Makarloka, Maharloka. Nithyananda who stays in Mahaloka, from his hand Ganapati ate. Not the Nithyananda whose ration card address is Bhuloka. The beauty is the Tiruvannamalai is such an amazing cosmic airport. You can just beautifully slip, go up, come down very smoothly. The whole ecosystem's chemistry is that. Nithyananda staying camped at Mahaloka, fed Mahaganapati. So understand that. At the age of 3, when I tried to connect with him, I did not have a formal initiation. I heard the story of Ganapati eating food of Nambiyandar Nambi from one great Saiva Siddhanta preacher, Sri Selvakanapati. And one word which he uttered just got stuck in my inner space. That Nambiyandar Nambi calls Ganapati, Mahaganapati Paramburule. வந்து என் பூஜையை ஏற்று உண்ணமாட்டாயா? That calling, the way Selvaganapati described, he is such an amazing teacher and preacher. The way he described, Mahaganapati Paramburule, that word just stuck in my heart. I came home and started doing the same. Of course, I did all my drama with Ganapati. I had many days playing with him, and it is not that day one he immediately ate. All that is different. All that I have described detailed 3-4 times in earlier satsangs. Please watch those satsangs to know the whole story. We have multiple times I have described the whole story. One thing I did with all my sincerity, I called Mahaganapati Paramburule. To come and have prasadam, nivedyam. Understand? As I described in the earlier satsangs, when he ate, not only he gave me the Savigalpa Samadhi experience, he gave me such powerful experience of Nityatva. He opened the doors of Nityatva for me. It is such an extraordinary, eternal bliss. Listen. I am talking out of sheer truth, simple truth and power of truth. Nityatva dimension exists. Mahaganapati will open the dimension for all of us. Connect with him, call him with this simple prayer, Mahaganapati Paramburule. It means that, O Ganapati, the ultimate existence, ultimate source. Parampurule means the ultimate existence.
So beautifully Swamiji explained about how with will persistence, when you decide the strong decision in your inner space, your decision to expand your inner space accommodates a large amount of information in you. Your resistance to expand your inner space, your resistance to store large amount of memory in you is nothing but your resistance to expand your own consciousness, expand your inner space. What did you all understand from this session? What did you all understand as Maharloka? Can I request everyone to please share? What did you understand as Maharloka?
Come on, all the participants that are here sitting with us now, I request every single one of you to take a few minutes and post. What did you understand when Swamiji is saying Maharloka? What did you understand by that? Did you all understand the explanations Swamiji gave about how a participant, and he asked Swamiji what his past life was, and the revelations Swamiji gave to us from that? How him saying that, okay, you know what, if I don't know, then maybe I can't handle large information. Can I request all the participants, come on, please type and post it here in the chat. Vigyan Chapainaya and Nitya Bhaktaya, Sunitikanandaya and Sandeepaya. Can I request all of you take a few minutes and post in the chat, what have you understood so far? Please post it in the chat. Ben Shenfongson.
Come on, all of you post whatever you understood.
Please type fully what you have understood so far and post it here in the chat.
Very nice. Come on, Ma Joyce, Ma Yi Hanshen, Ma Pinzu Hua. I request all of you to share. What did you understand as Maharloka? Okay, Ma Sangeeta has posted. When you decide ferociously with will, persistence, and super determinism, you will face yourself in Maharloka. Eleanor Mayer has asked, when we face her highest possibility, we are already in Maharloka. Very nice. Maharloka is information of Akashic records and our possibilities. All the powers of us, when you manifest powers, the Maharloka dimension of you is manifesting. Ma Joyce, you have posted your experience, right? You manifesting that experience is the Maharloka dimension of you manifesting that experience. All the breakthroughs and the power manifestation, everything happens from the Maharloka dimension of us. So you have to raise in completion to get there. That's right, Masunya Rao. Swamiji told, right, when you bring that tremendous completion and unclutching in you, your ability to digest large amount of information happens. Just when you decide with will, persistence, and determinism that yes, I am not going to give up, I'm not going to struggle with handling large amount of information. If you just decide and do it, that is enough. That's all. You will just see how you will start manifesting those profound experiences in your inner space. Okay, so now let us understand what is this Maharloka and how you can live, cognize, internalize this truth and apply it in your daily life. Okay, so we're going to be doing a very quick internalization exercise. Okay, Sandeep Aya has posted, whenever I click with breakthroughs, I am connected to my identity in Maharloka. That's right. Begin Champagne Aya has posted, in Maharloka, you are free from STHD. That's right. And also, Maharloka is where the large amount of information is stored inside of you without any resistance. And I'll share one very beautiful incident. So there was once when Swamiji is physically in Bangalore, right? Bidadi. Swamiji will every day go to rounds. So we all know, all those who are residing in Adinam, everyone will know, if it is morning, the moment earliest, like to rise will be Swamiji. Swamiji will be the first person. He'll morning he'll start early in the morning. He'll go rounds and he'll go department by department, and Swamiji will be uh, first hand checking what is happening, whether whether people are getting the food, whether the library is functioning properly, is it maintained properly. So one day when Swamiji was doing these rounds, we all Gurukul kids happened to be in one of the in the library halls, and Swamiji happened to pass by, and he had just walked into the library as part of his rounds. And naturally, when Swamiji sees Gurukul kids, he will always spend time with kids, right? So Swamiji came and sat down with us, and Swamiji was talking to all of us, and he was revealing something. It was a very fun conversation. And in between, Swamiji had called the librarian, and Swamiji said, "Can you get this book?" Swamiji mentioned a particular book, and Swamiji said, "It talks about this subject. Can you get this book?" So these libraries will have like these rows of shelves with books, orange color shelves with complete books in it fully on both sides. So the librarian said, "Yes, Swamiji, I'll look for it and get it." Okay, he goes to look for it. 10 minutes passes, 15 minutes pass by, 20, 30 minutes. It's almost an hour, and still this librarian and a team of sannyasis have not returned. It's not just the librarian, along with him, a group of sannyasis went. And Swamiji, like, he's talking to us and he keeps asking in between, is the book there? Is the book there? And then they're like, yes, Swamiji, we're almost getting it. Then Swamiji is finally, what is the problem? Then they said, Swamiji, I don't know where that book is. And that book is not there. Then Swamiji just laughed and Swamiji said, is this all the problem? Then the librarian was like, Swamiji, I know thoroughly the whole library. I am here the full day. I'm not able to find it. Then he even started having a doubt if that book even exists. And
he even started having the question. He started saying that maybe the book does not even exist here in the library at all.
like, Swamiji just laughed and Swamiji said, all right. And Swamiji said, you could have told this to me long back. And Swamiji said, go to row number this, shelf number, I forgot, shelf number something. And Swamiji said, in this shelf, in the third book, there's a brown color cover with this font. This is the title written. In that, go to page number, let's say 236, fifth paragraph. This exact thing is there. You will not believe. 1 hour of finding of a huge group of sannyasis could not find. The moment Swamiji told, the librarian had to just walk up to that place, go open that shelf, pull up that book, open the page number, and exactly it was there. Swamiji taught us a very, very beautiful lesson through that. The moment Swamiji said, it is like librarian who spends his full time in the library, who is supposed to be knowing end to end of what is happening in the library fully. He did not know where the book is. Swamiji, with all the things that Swamiji does, he was able to remember precisely what is in the book, where it is kept. Swamiji told all of us Gurukul kids there. He said, every human brain can store 250 ships of information. Like, let's say, if you fill 250 ships with books, how much information it will have? That much information one single human brain can store.
Actually, experiences like this, like almost all the sannyasis will tell you, because this keeps happening again and again. Same way, I remember once some darshan was going to happen, and Swamiji actually tells, like we mentioned earlier, right? Like every darshan, every session that Swamiji wants to offer to people, Swamiji will always pull out the exact Apta Pramana, means the references of people who have lived the science and from scientific researches from the ancient times. And Swamiji will pull out the Shastra Pramana, scriptural references. And only with all of these and testing it on himself, he'll give us any sign. And for every darshan, like people just know that Swamiji is giving the darshan, but the background work Swamiji does for the darshans, like even choosing the exact mantras or the processes, everything, there's like a lot of research Swamiji does. I remember once Swamiji had mentioned about Virinyana Sambandha. I remember this where something Swamiji had told that find this
For the darshan, actually for the darshan that we were having, Swamiji told to for the reference, like whenever we present, even all this content, everything Swamiji himself guides. So for that one thing, I still remember it was for Sundareshwara Paramashiva Sahitya Samadhi Darshan, and Swamiji told how Tirunya Sambandhar it is part of the 64 Leelas, like how we have 64 forms of Paramashiva. There's a set of Leelas, the 64 Leelas of Paramashiva.
And we are like trying to search. Swamiji even said, go look at this book. There's a particular book in this shelf in Adi Kailash, in this particular library. Just go and look at it. And we got the book, and first we were like searching for the book. First we were trying to say that, oh no, we are not able to find that book at all. Then Swamiji said, Swamiji get the exact reference. Swamiji even described the color of the book, everything. And then finally the team found the book in the exact place Swamiji said. And then we were thinking, okay, so then we were like looking at the book. It's a thick book. So we started like reading it, and then we said, Swamiji, this reference does not even exist in the book. And we even started saying that, no. We even started having doubts in the history. So we started saying, no, this time period is different. So this time period is different. So probably this is not even part of the 64.
And it was really the whole thing and our great logic. See, Swamiji tells something. And when Swamiji tells, he knows already what is that, and he tells us, and we just have to do it. But no, and I had a very different logic. And I was like, Swamiji, no, I don't think it is there. And I got such a doubt. After Swamiji said, actually, it is there. Then I went back and I said, no, I don't think it even exists. I don't even think it's counted as part of Paramashiva's Leela. And I was trying to teach history back to Swamiji. Then Swamiji beautifully said that he told, go to this book. Till then, we could actually not find the reference, the story, exact story. We could not find it. And when Swamiji said, and Swamiji actually told, go take this book, this page number, it is there. After Swamiji told this, the last time Swamiji said the exact page number, when we went, pulled up the book and opened the page, in that exact page number, we saw this reference as part of the Tiruvalyadal of Paramashiva.
And the most like how she's mentioning, Swamiji told the exact, like clearly, Swamiji said, go here, look here, you'll get this. Like so precisely. And Swamiji said, like, just look at this particular page number, it will be called with this title. And how many years before this book came? It was many years before, and Swamiji had not even looked at that book after that. Swamiji, when with all the other things in the books came, Swamiji just picked up the book and Swamiji glanced through it. That's it. And Swamiji remembered up to the page number, up to even the title of the chapter, and said, "This is what it is called as." It was like, wow. See, we keep seeing this dimension of Swamiji so many times. Even same thing with Tiruvannamalai. There was this Annadan happening, and Swamiji personally micromanages these Annadans, where we serve people every month. We serve people around 1 million, almost, it easily reaches about 1 million people every month. We serve 1 million people almost, and we give like free food. That Aushad Annadan, if you have been knowing, Swamiji serves 11 items per plate, like 11 different items, and all of these made of Ayurvedic herbs, not just they're organic, They're also made of Ayurvedic herbs. So the moment someone eats it, they even get healed from any illnesses they are suffering with. So such like, and apart from that, Swamiji gives them gifts, and Swamiji takes care of the sadhus, and so he personally micromanages them. And there was a team that Swamiji is micromanaging. Swamiji was saying, okay, you guys go look here and set this place up. Make sure it is comfortable for people to come and take water. And Swamiji is to that level, actually. Swamiji checks. And Swamiji said, okay, go here, make the RO water continuously available for people. So the whole setup was going on. And the administrator of that place who lives there, who has been there for last so many years, and he was telling Swamiji, only these many doors are there. I think it was 3 or 4. He told only these many doors are there, and I'm so sure the door that Swamiji is telling does not even exist. And Swamiji has not been to the campus easily for more than last 5 years. This person administrator is saying, no, Swamiji, I'm very sure this particular door that Swamiji is referring to, I've been to this place every day, that door itself does not exist. Swamiji said, no, go to this place. It's a big campus. So Swamiji said, totally these many windows are there, these many doors are there, and you go and stand in, like Swamiji gave a direction, like northeast kind of a direction. Swamiji said, go stand here and go, there will be a tree like this, and right next to that there is a door. Make sure that door is locked. And this guy, the administrator, he was saying, no, Swamiji. And then Swamiji said, go and check now. He goes and checks exactly like how Swamiji said, it was there. Like the ability to handle the information. God, it's like the memory power that Swamiji has. And remembering to the micro details, Swamiji will know which door has the carving on it, which door is made of chettinad, like the chettinad door. Like it's the kind of memory Swamiji has, the ability to handle large information is just like, wow.
This is exactly what will happen to us when we cognize, when we understand and go beyond the signs of, go beyond the fears of death that we all carry. Now, let us all manifest this experience as powers. Listen very carefully. Today, all of us are going to be manifesting the powers of Akashic readings, means ability to see the past, present, and the future. Okay? And now we are all going to be entering into the power manifestation. Can I request every one of you to please bring your Atma Murti and keep the Atma Murti in front of you for the power manifestation? If you have the Atma Murti, please keep the Atma Murti. And if not, I request every one of you to please get the Atma Murti. You can print the Atma Murti. For this particular power manifestation, I request every one of you to have the Atma Murti. And now we will be having Ma Nitya Shambhavananda, who is going to be guiding us through this power manifestation. See, listen very carefully. When you understand, yesterday we all learned about time, the 7 dimensions of time. And now we're going to be manifesting, today we're going to be manifesting the Akashic readings, your ability to go beyond the time and your ability to manifest the answers, anything pertaining to the past, present or future. See, if you understand this Maharloka correctly, you will understand the science, exactly how this works. You all can see here. Actually, in this vertical time zones, you will see Maharloka is just above the Janaloka. And the beings that don't have self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial will go there. So, today, for all of us to access the Akashic reading, you will be awakening, connecting to the Maharloka dimension of you. Even if you have broken only one pattern, if you just understand, Swamiji is Paramashiva, he told me, so I will listen to him and break this pattern. With this one powerful cognition, if you have broken one pattern, you are qualified to enter into Maharloka. How many of you are committing to decide from this moment onwards that with will persistence and super determinism, you are going to break free from the all the agitation, boredom, and tiredness that you carry towards any particular aspect of your life? How many of you taking this as a commitment that you are going to operate with will, persistence, and super determinism, and you're not going to entertain any boredom or tiredness? Okay, now let us all take a few minutes. Please pen down 5 major problems or issues or patterns you're facing in the life and pen down the powerful cognitions that you're going to apply to break that particular pattern. Take a few minutes. For example, every time you get very irritated for things. So now, every time you have that irritation, you're going to drink a cup of water. That's the way you can break it. Like that, just see every area, five major problems that you have. And just write down the solutions, what you're going to apply for it. Take a few minutes, and right after this, we'll be entering the power manifestation. Yes. Now, you all can please relax. Now, all of us are going to be entering into the next session. Let us enter with this decision in your inner space, applying the will persistence, super determinism to break through from any problems. We are going to be entering into the power manifestation session. Today, all of us are going to be manifesting the power of Akashic readings.
As we just learned about the Maharloka, Swamiji reveals that this Maharloka is the place where the Akashic records are stored. This Maharloka is where the whole cosmic archives is stored. Like they said, that unlimited information, where all the past, present, and future happenings are recorded in this Maharloka. Through the power of Akashic readings, we are only doing one thing, accessing that Maharloka dimension. Through the blessings of Kalabhairava, when Kalabhairava decides to open up that Maharloka dimension, that Akashic reading dimension to us, then automatically we are able to see it. And the only one who is authorized to do this is a living incarnation. Swamiji himself, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has opened up this dimension. As an incarnation of Paramashiva, has opened up this dimension of Maharloka for all of us to be able to access the Akashic records. The Shastra Pramana for this power of Akashic reading is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Dharana 61, Sutra 84. आकाशं विमलं पश्यन् कृत्वा दृष्टिं निरन्तरां स्तब्धात्मा तत्क्षणात् देवी भैरवं वपुराप्नुयात्. The meaning of this verse, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, the Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze from the third eye without blinking continuously and make the body and inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space, Bhairava. Very clearly, Sorry for the technical glitch. Very clearly, Paramashiva is giving us the signs. Giving us the signs of power manifestation. How does the whole Akashic readings work? Where from the third eye, when you look at that space, the Akasha dimension, and when you make your body and inner space motionless, this is very important. Where your inner space has no thoughts, nothing which is creating motion even within, then we manifest the powers of Paramashiva, of Bhairava. The Apta Pramana for this power is where in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 13, Text 15. It reveals how the great Rishi Maitreya reveals the secret of his birth in human form and the reason of all his suffering to Vidura. Say, Rishi Maitreya accessed the Akashic records and told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but was in fact of Yamaraja, the lord of death, and was to play the part of a so-called Shudra for 100 years, being cursed by Manduka Muni. The Atma Pramana for this power we see how this devotee, Ma Abhirami Paramanathan, has from Toronto, Canada, shares that I won the lotto just as Kalabhairava predicted. At a time when I did not know what to do with my life, Swamiji took the time to help me in many ways. Swamiji looked at my horoscope and told me I will always have lots of money. I wondered how this would be since I wasn't working and did not have much money. In 2013, when my mother and I did the 10-day inner awakening program, I asked Swamiji if I can ask Kalabhairava about the Kotishwara Yogam, a millionaire possibility in my horoscope. Swamiji told me to ask Kalabhairava. With so much compassion, Swamiji brought Kalabhairava to us. And I asked Kalabhairava the question, and Kalabhairava told, within 2 years money will happen, and blessed that he would protect me, not to worry. As predicted by Kalabhairava, within 2 years, my family won the lottery, where the chances of winning are 1 in 14 million. So beautifully, the devotees sharing of how when Swamiji manifested this power of Akashic readings as Kalabhairava, the exact happening just like that manifested. Now, the first round of the power of Akashic readings, we're going to start with identifying the details about an object. We're going to be starting with connecting to a partner. Let's all start with connecting to a partner. We have to understand this power of Akashic readings very clearly. During this power of Akashic readings, it's a much, much higher level power than all the other powers we would have done until now. Akashic reading power is directly accessing the Akashic records. So when you're doing this power, you're going to keep a Atma Murti, a photograph of Swamiji in front of you. Can I request all the participants to start? Keep an Atma Murti in front of you. A image, a form of Swamiji. On this Atma Murti, you're going to be reading the Akashic records. Very clearly, you're going to see the colors, the images, the words, letters appear in golden letters on the Atma Murti. This is the Akashic records, where on the Atma Murti, very clearly in golden lines, in golden letters, you will see the answer. This will not be the same as all other power manifestation where you see it in just your inner space. This will be very clearly seen on the Atma Murti, and that is what you're going to share with your partner. So let's take a few minutes and connect to our partner. Yes, once you have connected with your partner, you can ask them to give you a particular object, the image or the name of a particular object. Let them not give you any details about it, just what the object is. Through your third eye, when you look into the Atma Murti, in golden letters, you will clearly see the details of that object. That is what you're going to be sharing with your partner. So let's start the power of Akashic readings. Chant the Mahavakya to raise your frequency as you're doing the power manifestation. Let's start.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda